Hello, all you wonderful people. Thank you so much for popping in today. For all you who are subscribers, thank you very much for your subscription. For all you who are new, welcome. For those who keep watching me faithfully, thank you so, so much. You mean the world to me. You are the best. Well, today we're going to make some Christmas ornaments, so let's get started. We're going to start with these 4-inch rounds that I got from Temu, and we're going to be making 12 of them. I am just doing a light coat of nutmeg over the top of them and a little bit of water just to make it look like a stain. I'm not even bothering wiping them off because I haven't watered down enough that it is just going on like a stain. I'm going to do both sides of these little circles. I'm not going to show you all of them so we can save some time, but I am doing both sides, front and back. And now I'm taking a dry brush with some black, just a little flat brush, and I am just going to go around the edges and do some dry brushing to kind of give the look of grain. And I just realized right there I'm kind of going against the grain, but anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going around and dry brushing, give it a look like it's maybe burnt or um, just aged. Just make it a little rustic looking. Not doing it, I'm going to do that on both sides as well, but I'm not going to do it, you know, um, it's just sporadic here and there, and it depends on how you want them, if you want them really dark or if you just want them a little rustic, little worn look or a little burnt wool look. And I'm going to do that with all of them. And I didn't think I showed you all of these. I thought I cut some out, but I didn't, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to Mod Podge. I'm going to put these cute little fluffy cows that I got off Temu. There was a set of like 48 and they were cheap. They were only $3 or $4. And they're just like a heavy cardstock. I'm just gluing them, making sure they're all glued down really well. Because they're heavy, they don't get so much of the bubbles and things in them. Okay, now I'm just taking some jute. I'm going to make these kind of rustic. And I'm just taking some jute and I am cutting some strings for the hangers. And here I'm just, while these are dry, and I'm waiting for them to dry is what I'm doing. And so I'm also making some bows, and I'm just weaving them in and out of my fingers. And then I take and wrap it around a couple times and then tie a knot at the end. I'm not very coordinated. A lot of these ladies can tie the knots with while they're in their fingers. I'm not able to do that, but um, I'm just wrapping it around a few times, weaving it in and out. You can see right there. And then I cut it and take around and slide it off my fingers, my little fat chubby fingers. You ever tried to text with fat chubby fingers? It's amazing the autocorrect words you get, and it's amazing the mistakes you make. Okay, and now I'm just doing a bow, like a shoestring, which tie your shoes with. I'm just looping it around and doing bow. I'm doing about three of each, or maybe four of each. Okay, now this one I'm just wrapping around my fingers, and then I am cutting the loops so they're just straight, and then I am tying it around, and so they're just kind of scraggly, like they're little scraggly bows. And I'm gluing these on now. My whatchamacallit glue, my Mod Podge wasn't quite dry, so this glue was not sticking at all until it got dry. I should have waited a little longer or else got the hair dryer out, but nonetheless it did work, but it was sure a pain for a minute there. And I'm just adding a bow, and I'm adding a jingle bell. I'm not adding any more than these because I want them to be kind of rustic. Now, on the backs, because I come from a farm, a long line of farmers, and keeping in with my roots, I'm putting my dad's brand on here, which was a VF. And I just wanted to kind of have something to honor them, honor my dad, and just my roots basically. And so I'm putting their brand. It used to be something different when my great grandfather had it, but it's smeared, the letters smeared and everything. So my grandpa and my dad changed it to something that would be easy to brand. Back then you had to hold the cows down. You didn't have the tables and things for them now, so it's a little easier to get a clean brand, whereas before when they had to do it by hand you didn't always get, because those cows did not want to hold still when they were getting burned. But now I'm just adding a bow, a little sparkly blob bow from Dollar Tree, but I kind of come to think, and then I put some little holly jewels that they have, stickers that they have there at the dollar store. I was thinking, here I am on the other side trying to be rustic, and here I got sparkly. But now I'm taking on these. I did three with the hollies, and I did three with the leaves and the holly berries. And then I did another, is it three? I guess I must have did four. So, oh no, I did do three. And then on this one, I took a rope and I did a little zigzag and glued my jute down. Did the little zigzag with my glue gun and then stuck my jute down. And then I took four little bells and I glued each one. Oh, actually five. I think it was five little bells. And I did four like, or three like that. And now I took some, and these ones are probably my favorite because we have a lot of cedar trees in our pasture. We also have a lot of, where we run our cows, there's a lot of cedar trees. And I had this foliage that looked like cedar, and then I put some berries on it. And that one was probably my favorite one. Okay, now I'm going to take some more 4-inch rounds. This came in a set too from Temu, and there was a set of, let's see, 24 and 428. They were a set of 28, or maybe a set of 30, a set of 30. So anyway, now I took some and printed off some peppermint candy, and I just got it off Pinterest. They were just free, and I'm just Mod Podging it on to my little wood pieces, my little round circles. And now I'm just cutting. Some of them were a little bit big, and there was a couple that was a little bit short. So is what I did on these big ones. Of course, I am just taking my scissors and clipping around. And there was just a couple that was, oh, I didn't show you that. I just painted around the edge. I painted white around the edge of the little peppermint candies that were too big. And now I am Mod Podging these cute little um, cow clip art that I got off of Pinterest, and I will try and find I'll try and find their link because these ones were free. And if I can find the link, then I will put them on here when I download it. It'll be in the comments below. And I'm just rubbing it to get them little wrinkles out, and then I'm also taking, and if there's any extra I'm just gonna cut out because I kind of cut them big. I didn't cut them out around. I just took and um, put them on there, and if they were a little bit big I just cut around them. And I'm just clipping them off. Okay, now here I am. Sorry, I did show it. Okay, there was a couple that were short, a little bit short or a little small. So I just took some paint and a liner brush and just went around very carefully around that edge. And you really can't tell, that that isn't how it's supposed to look. Now I am going to take some ribbon, and I am doing a faux, this is a really fake bow. I'm just doing a loop, and then I'm gluing the loop together. You can see here a little bit better. I'm just taking that, and then I'm going to glue the loop together, and then I'm going to glue it onto the bow. Now right there it doesn't look too good, but by the time I get my other bow, and this right here I am making with another shoe tying bow, a shoestring bow or a bunny ear bow, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just putting them on there, and then I'm going to put a little bell that I got from Dollar Tree. But here, oh, right here, sorry, I lied. I'm putting the little legs or ribbons that come down. Okay, here I'm doing the same thing. Oh, okay, now I'm putting in the bulb. Sorry, now I'm putting in the bell. Now I'm going to make my loop. I'm going to glue it on. Then I'm going to take a little glitter bow from Dollar Tree and glue it on. Then I'm going to do some little rabbit ear bows, and I'm going to make them little bows, pull them little strings, tighten it up, and then keep doing that until it is the size I want it. And now I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put a little red bow, and then I put a little piece of candy on with it. So right now I am, well, it's not actual candy, it's just, fake candy that I printed up. Now I'm doing another little bow tie, or not bow tie, whatever, a shoestring bow. And I am just gonna glue it. Then I'm gonna take some red ribbon make another little shoestring, and I slowed it down so you can see it here. You know how to tie a shoe, so you know how to make one of these bows. I'm just kind of pulling on those end strings just to kind of make it tighter. And so then I glue it on, and then I glue a little faux piece of candy on there. And on the back, I just put a dollar store glitter. Now for our last ones, we are going to be making, I took two of the plastic balls. They were about a medium-sized ball from Dollar Tree. I'd say about a 3. Well, they might be a little bit bigger than a 3-inch. But I'm just going to do some, I took them outside and I painted them white with Rust-Oleum 2X flat paint. And now I'm just painting some spots on there like cows. Now I'm not doing it uniform. I'm not doing it so they all look the same. I'm just putting some here on and there on. You know, the funny thing is I don't even like Holstein cows, and yet I'm painting all the cow print. But here we are doing the same thing. We're just doing that on the second one. I want to get some more of these balls because I want to make some more. I want more than just 2 on my tree. And I am just sporadically putting them on there. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of set them up. And I do 2 coats. I do put 2 coats on these black spots. I just want them to be good and dark. Okay, when I get them done and they get good and dry, then I am going to Mod Podge these cute little cow prints. Again, I will try and put them down on the link below, but because the ball's are round and my paper's flat, it's not really working so good. So I end up cutting off very carefully the side little flowers or plants, whatever they are. And I cut them off and try laying it down. And now I'm cutting most of the excess paper off the white. And when I go to put this down, it still doesn't lay flat. So I end up cutting off his head. I know that sounds horrible. Oh no, right now I'm just cutting out this little thing. I thought it was this one I cut the head off. Maybe it was the other one. Now it looks like I didn't need to cut that one. I just needed to cut those 2 plants off. So now I am going to Mod Podge that little cow on there. And when I get him on there, so he's good and stuck on there really good. And I got all the little wrinkles and things out of him. And got those ends down good. Then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to Mod Podge them plants back black. I'm going to Mod Podge them back on. And so I very carefully piece them back together, kind of like a puzzle, putting a piece in the puzzle. Then I'm going to glue the lid on again, the top on. Then I'm going to take some green garland stuff, and I guess it kind of looks like fir garland. And I'm kind of giving it a haircut so it looks like it's, kind of the end and not just chopped off. And then I take a little bow and I do a shoestring bow. And I glue that on. And then I take a little bell and I put on there. And then I do the same thing with the other one. This other one I did have to cut. I think I cut the head off in different parts. Okay, these are the finished product. These are the ones we made with the woods. And I didn't really get this too. My filming wasn't very good, but you get the idea. Now you don't have to use cows. You can use anything you want to use. If you like Santa Clauses, if you like snowmen, if you like the nativity, whatever you like you can use. But I just like my cows. And so this is the front side of them. And I just kind of wanted them rustic so they're not too totally perfect. And my family is not a glamorous family. We're kind of rustic people, kind of rusty and old. We're all getting there. I just think these little cows are so cute. I did go over these with Mod Podge, but I didn't film this. Okay, this one right here is my favorite. I'm only going to show you three because they're all the same. And I need to take some of that glue off. And then the ones with the little bells. Okay, these are the white ones. These ones I thought were so cute with and they got the little peppermints on the bows. I love the little Santa Clauses with the little cows sitting on the bench. And the little cow with the wheelbarrow. And these are the backs of them. They're just kind of plain, but I figure it's okay because the peppermint is decoration enough. Okay, thank you so much for popping in today. I appreciate you so very much. If you like what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button and please hit the like button. You are very awesome. I appreciate you for dropping in. Bye-bye.